Um, so I am doing video journals to learn how to talk about my emotions more and just in general get better emotionally because I am currently in a relationship that is failing because I am unable to talk about how I feel. So I thought if I can get comfortable with myself and get vulnerable with myself, then I'll be able to get vulnerable with her. So, you know, I wanted to focus on just getting like vulnerable. Like, why am I unable to get vulnerable with myself? And I was thinking about it, and like, and when I was a kid, I never really had that kind of experience where I could just open up to somebody and have somebody listen. And when I got with my girlfriend, she created such a safe and open place that I honestly thought I was being lied to. And it just felt so like natural for her. And I didn't know what to do with it and I got scared and I started hiding my emotions and I also never really had like this. She's my first girlfriend, and we've been together for almost 4.5 years. And yeah, she deserves a lot better than me. She deserves somebody who can talk about their feelings, and she's giving me this chance to get my stuff together and get better for her. So I can like be with her still and she's giving me these chances and honestly I wouldn't want anything else. And I feel that her doing this for me and her being willing to let me better myself for her, yeah, I appreciate it more than anything. I just when it comes to getting vulnerable, I feel that I'm scared of her judging me and what she might think of me if she really knows what goes on in my head. And I think that's honestly really unfair of me to think because she is quite literally the only person who has been willing to understand me and learn and put an effort into learning me. And I'm just letting her like sit there and like question if I even like want to be with her. And all she wants more than anything is just my raw emotion and conversations. And she wants to know me. She wants to know the real me and who I am as a person. But I am simply just not letting her. And I don't know why. I really want to let her in. Like I tell myself that. And I just for some reason I'm just so incapable of it. I don't know what it is. And myself I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and then I don't do it, and then I'm surprised when she's on the verge of breaking up with me. Oh my goodness. And like, she is the most important person to me in my whole life, and she has been there for me in my lowest of lows and my highest of highs. And we have honestly been through so much with each other. Like, so much. That to the point where I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I got with another person. But getting vulnerable is, to me, like jumping in a hole of pure uncertainty. And I know at the end of that hole is going to be her. And that prize is something priceless and I cherish more than anything in my heart. But there's something inside of me that is blocking that. And it's not that I don't want it, because I want it more than anything. I would do anything if I could just know what my feelings are and tell her, because if I could, I would. And I'm not telling her things on purpose. Of course I want to tell her things. But again, it's like jumping off this cliff but not knowing what's at the bottom of it. And it is so scary to think about, because I truly don't know what is at the end of it. Even though I know that she's willing to listen, and she's told me that she's willing to listen. However, I also have a hard time, like, listening. A lot of our problems stem from me, and that's not me being like that person who just blames everything on themselves. No. She is incredibly emotionally intelligent for our age, and I am jealous, honestly. I wish I could be as emotionally intelligent as her. But I'm just not. And I wish I was. I truly do. But I'm not. And that will always be the crappy part about it, is that I'm not. And I have to come to realize that this will just not, like, come naturally. I have to put in work and effort to learn how to become better, and how to be better for her, and how I can put my efforts into not only benefiting myself, but to benefiting our relationship and her as well. Because it's not all about me, and it's also not all about her. And she really is the light of my life. And I may only be 16 years old, and, you know, I'm just a stupid 16-year-old with a whole bunch of hormones who likes this girl in high school, and we're trying to make it work. I am genuinely trying to make this work. She may be my first girlfriend, and everybody says, oh, it's your first girlfriend, it's whatever, but she's not just a whatever, and she's never been a whatever. She's been there. And I hate myself for not being able to open up to her, because I'm so immature and don't know how to label my emotions correctly and just tell her and just talk. That's all it is. And I keep telling myself that all you need to do is talk. It's not some rocket science. It's literally just talking about your feelings and just simply opening up and talking. And I talked to my brother, and he said that, you know, it's not that, it's you just feel things on a deeper, more emotional level than others, and that you're not not used to just immediately opening up, and that it is difficult in a sense that you just can never find the right words to explain your emotions, and that the only thing that comes out is I don't know or nothing. And I hate that that is my default response because it's not just nothing, or it's not just like this stupid thing. Like, it's so hard to explain. And gosh, I wish I knew. And me talking about this isn't exactly the most comfortable thing ever, especially because I know I'm going to be posting it for random people to see, but it's how I start. It's how I can get comfortable with myself. It's how I can get better and better myself in every way I can, because this is the last chance I'm getting. I I find it hard getting vulnerable as well because I have let my past experiences control me so much that I kind of just give up and I let them. And instead of doing something about it and facing them, I just let them control me. And, something may have happened like 8 years ago and I'm still holding on to it and clinging on to it like my life depends on it, when that doesn't have to be the case at all, actually. And I think another thing I need to learn is how to let go of things. Something may have happened 8 or 9 years ago, and I'm still thinking about it like it can affect my life in the now. When I spend so much time in the past that I never really have time to bask in what's happening in front of me. I feel like these past 4 years I've taken so much for granted, and I've taken so many of me and her's experiences for granted, and it's unfair to her. And she says I don't care because I don't show it, and she's right. I don't show it. But in my head, I feel like I'm the most caring person ever. But in her perspective, I like almost hate her in a way, which is false. Like, I love her more than anything, but to her, I don't love her, and I hate knowing that that's how I make her feel. And one of the things to show her that I care is, again, getting vulnerable and me like saying things and admitting things that I would never ever say out loud. And I still don't really know exactly who I am. I have an idea of who I am or who I could be, but it's still such a blur. I may only be 16, but it's not like I'm that far from being a legal adult, and it's not like I'm that far from going to college either. I am a sophomore in high school, and by next year I need to have an idea of what I want to do and stuff. And part of me getting vulnerable is also trying to figure out who I am. I like science. I like video games. I love reading comic books. I like I don't know. I like playing video games. I'm quiet. I don't talk much. I have a very disorganized head. I I shut down when I feel hurt, and I get I get uncomfortable having uncomfortable conversations, obviously. But like, do I know exactly who I am? Those are just traits. Those are just things that characterize me as me. But who am I? What what is my purpose? What am I doing here? What is, besides trying to fix my relationship and trying to get comfortable with myself, who am I? Who am I as a person? I'm a 10th grader in high school, and what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, it's all so much. It's so heavy feeling. Like, I didn't I didn't know when I'd be talking about my feelings that it'd be such a deep, heavy thing. I don't know why, but I always thought it'd be this not comforting. I knew it was gonna be uncomfortable, but I almost felt like I was going to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like do me. Like, I didn't think it would be this hard. I didn't I didn't imagine it to be such a hard, rough. I knew it was gonna be emotional. I knew that. But excuse me. But like talking about it and trying to collect my words is so difficult. Like, and I feel like admitting that it's difficult is probably the first step, or maybe like half of the first step. But this is probably gonna be the end of this little chat for now. I think in my next one, we'll still find a place to settle and stuff. So, to anybody who was watching, thank you for watching. I You don't understand how much it means, and if you have something, any advice you have to say, please, by all means, let me know.